now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the book, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked out the shack now. Still push a button and let the back down. I'm on the road.
Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go from U.S. Bank Stadium. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
Check the lane like a game of chess. You want to be better, bring your best. When you standing in your front yard, yelling, bring them out, take them out.
Ringo! Hey! Cougar 19! Check, Bobcat, check, shut up! Go!
And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Hold the ready.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. Back
to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. Quick hitting slant there. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 35 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end. Because I promise you, that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Go! Bronco 80.
He'll look to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage that they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Ready?
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready? Count.
They'll look to throw yet again. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll throw out of the gun. He's got a man. That's McMillan. His first catch in the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
Back to the air one more time. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Let's go. 19-18. Hey, smash Broncos. Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up his third down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Buffalo 18. Go.
He'll drop to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth down.
Intercepted.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
18.
Off the play fake, here's Milrow. Back to the right, caught by Sanders. He's going to be marked down up around the 33. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Cowboy 80, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready to run?
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. We'll talk things over before third down.
Get it. Cougar 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. Dragon 60. Ready.
From the gun, it's Milrow. That's caught left side. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard. He sets up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
On third down, Milrow. Got his man at the 6. And he will get into the end zone. Davion Sanders. Touchdown, Vikings.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Go, Reed, go. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll begin here on the ground.
Number 30, the ball carrier. Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They send a receiver in motion left. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Fires left side.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke all the knots. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them chopsticks cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye. I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be, I gotta stay. Put me some in the counter that's dry. Riding the special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. Shenanigans and Birkin, she cannot decide. The ladies Mercedes, here goes the surprise. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, help ride. Back while I'm gripping her side. Big and mad back, this ain't regular size. We really fly, we like Pelican guys. You ain't slick, I can tell her the skies. Upgrade at my wrist, put baguettes in the sky. She think I might sign her and change her whole life. I told her to goggle and work on her highs. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke all the knots. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them chopsticks cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock.
Money, money, I took the Billy cool back and I hopped in the car. I put the in front of the Billy in front of the driver. And man, sit there in the road, wow. I'm stepped up, ties, huh? I'm in the coupe, I'm sick and tired of me. Act like they find me, telling me lies. Acting like they don't want.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway for Wild Card Weekend. Has this at the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Hey, smash Bronco!
We give to Irving to start this drive. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. And lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Putting a receiver in motion. He's got a man left. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
We'll air it out on 3rd. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. He's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
That is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback. And the receiver on the other end finishing it and doing his job.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And the Bucs have the 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Come on. 60 Eagles, 60.
Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
You know, kid, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Let's go. Ready.
He's going to throw it again. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 start. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of ball can hit the ground on this side.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Maverick. Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
And this is headed to the sideline, and it'll bounce out at the 7. Wow, great kick.
At their own 7-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10.
3, 2.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line.
the
They go
Vikings.
25 on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to the well again. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
First and 10.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
Ready? Like it, 19 Lions. Go check, go check. Go.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Ready? Cougar 19. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
From the gun, Milrow. Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Milrow with it on first. Setting up the screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Here we go, check. Panthers.
Milrow from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Ready.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
65. Come on. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20.
At their own 17-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
They'll work against the blitz. Cut out left. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Back now, pressure coming. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 27. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Bucs have the first.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
One quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from US Bank Stadium after the break.
Ready, set.
Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They are throwing it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the back. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, hurt! Go!
Throwing it again here. They connect on the deep shot. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Pick up a 34 yards on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start the read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Go, check! Go, check!
Sticking to the air here. That's a catch, Jalen McMillan. And they stop him. He's marked down on that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Ready! Bronco 80! Panther Street!
Working inside the red zone. Brought in. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get the game's first points here in the 2nd. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready!
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on!
They'll go play action here. It's Milrow. Out left, and Otten makes the grab. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's your bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Shotgun now for Milrow. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. He's finally done, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And the Buccaneers scoop it up. Only a little bit of a run after he recovered the fumble, but their offense is going to be happy as they take over possession. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot. Right, he's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Drive begin. He takes a cut, and the ball comes out. Oh, and they get it back. The play still live. And he's able to advance it just a little bit after recovering that fumble partner, so a costly mistake is averted. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Nearly saw them trade fumbles there on back-to-back plays, Brock, but a chance recovery kept one turnover from answering another.
Okay, can we please? Can we please hold on to the football? Somebody! I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind up here. And you know what the defenders are going to do? They're going to smell blood in the water, and they're going to be swinging as wildly as I am here in the booth.
Throwing on 2nd. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jacob Parrish.
The 2nd down pass intercepted. The Vikings take
Good
over
field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
8-yard line.
Viking 18.
Throwing now, Milrow. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Check, hurt. Check. Go play.
Hand off to the back. We'll cobble together a yard there. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Throwing here, Milrow. Setting up the running back screen. Pushing for the red zone. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending 1st and goal from the 3.
18 Cardinal, 18. Ready, go. Ready.
From the red zone on 1st. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. They'll try this extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Escapes the pocket. All the way to the right. It's intercepted. DeGrill Peppers with the pick. And the Vikings get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Benjamin Morrison coming up to make that tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. Sit tight. More coming your way from U.S. Bank Stadium after this. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Ready, ready! Cougar 19!
Working now from the gun. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down.
Ready! Cowboy 80! Riggs! Riggs! Ready!
Running it after the penalty. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! The Vikings get some late points and the lead. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say the slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7. Return starts at the 5. This makes it up to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10.
Viking 18!
Back to work after throwing the pick. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first time so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Another try on the 25. It's second and 10.
Get it! Bravo 80! Get it! Go!
Setting up to throw. On the move, headed right. Finds a man, right side. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Gain 15 there. And the Bucs have the first.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space behind those completions outside the pocket.
Finds a seam down the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 40-yard
On the 40-yard line now. This is first and 10.
Here we go, here we go! 70 Lions!
Still sticking with the passing game. Hauled in left side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule. You get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. He's going to throw it again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go, set.
Third and long, they're going to throw. That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left with fourth down here.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a fourth quarter clutch kick. To have that confidence built, that's important.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. A little revenge from the coverage team there after they gave up a pretty nice run back.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Let's go now.
Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Ready. 18, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
From the gun, Milrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and 10 from the 43.
70 Lions. 79 Broncos. Go.
Back to throw it. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Viking 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
He'll throw it. Look at that power, deep left side. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. Here's a return from the 7. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. And he had everybody thinking 6 before they finally got to him and put an end to it.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good.
First down throw here from Milrow. Short pass brought in. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
return starts at the 3. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Bucs take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Bucs to the line. First and 10. They've got a man in motion. Here's the give to Irving. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. And as for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Come on.
Man in motion here. Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Finds him over the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Let's go. Hot 70, hot. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready, go. Ready.
Back to throw. He's got a man left. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
To throw here on first down. Setting up the screen. He still has room inside the 30. And finally they catch up to him at the 11. Give him 32 on that play. And the Bucs down to first.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good out of lips, was shredding. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Back to 60. Straight. Back on 80.
From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing it again here. And this is going to fall incomplete. Well, they made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's third down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Here he goes, third and long. And they score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers start the second half with some needed points. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
So the Buccaneers keeping their offense on the field. Two-point attempt coming up.
Set up for the two-point conversion.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let's go. Go.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And they get the two-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now.
21. Buccaneers.
Critical
18.
two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A three-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there. But get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10.
Go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Off the play fake. Milrow. Buying some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight and forced the throwaway.
Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26.
Go check. Go check. Trap 50. Trap 50. Ready.
Out of the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And that one doesn't give him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Ready, break. Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready,
Air it out on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're staring at a fourth down now after that sack.
A number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on third down. It's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
He takes this in on his side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
The 43-yard line.
First and 10 from the 43.
come on, come on. Check. Check, hurt, hurt. Check out.
Now come out throwing. Cut out left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That's completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
Red. 60 Eagles.
Tight end in motion now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete out to the right. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10.
Hey, check that, street. Press all 80. Ready?
That's complete right side. And he's tackled for no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
Get it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Sticking to the air here. It is caught left side. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Ready? 70 Lions. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they did an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Inside of field goal range, but the kicker ain't moving. They're going for this.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Looking to throw. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Looking quickly here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It's Vikings football, and they know they are just 1 quarter away from advancing. Eight yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let's go now. Hawk 79 Broncos. Ready?
Bill Rowe from the gun. Caught by his back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. 73, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And no questioning on that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
On what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it down. Yeah, the minute the sun is up. There's no rest in my shutting down. Whatever I get your money out. Believe what I got, put money down. I'm betting the odds.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Running left side by Jefferson. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out.
A gain of 19
They get 19 on that pickup. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
On 1st down, they'll run. He's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would.
6-yard line.
3 now.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back-to-back carries here. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Buffalo 18. 2. Panther 11. Panther 11. Set up. Ready?
Shotgun now for Milrow. That's caught first. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
They'll run here on 1st down. Running their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Bronco 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
From the gun, Milrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone. Brought inside the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warrior 70.
Working inside the red zone. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Got it. Ready? Let's go now. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Let's go.
To the air, Milrow. Setting up the running back screen. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings making a 9-point advantage. In a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Here's a return from the 7. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Cut 19. Come on, come on. Hey.
Airing it out to start this drive. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That's not going to show up as an interception on the stat sheet, but with all these next-level stats we have today, Kate, that's what you call a turnover-worthy play. And there have been way too many of them in this one.
Connection made with the rookie from Boise State. They'll stop him here before he gets out to the 47-yard line. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Back now, pressure coming. Sends this to the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. But Sertan has it. And the Vikings will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
Okay, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready! Ready!
Rolling back to the backfield, and they give it to him. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
Check smash, check smash, tag, go!
Going to the ground again on first. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
41-yard line.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They give it to him again. And we'll only get 3 here as we've reached the 2-minute warning. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Let go.
Milrow hangs on to it. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. The Vikings getting their punt team out. And they could really use a good one here. It's fielded at the 14. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20.
Their own 19-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Finally caught, and he lost the football. And they jump on top of it. Oh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game.
19 Lions.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
Finds the in route complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And the Bucs have the first. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. They are throwing it again. Throw left side, complete. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Good offenses, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them around in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a designed read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal to tie this game in the fourth. So down inside the final minutes, they're ready to try the onside kick. And the Vikings bring in the onside kick. That should just about do it. That should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter? No. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the fourth.
Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Working on first down. Short pass brought in. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
First and 10, looking to throw. Jump off, caught by his back. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
That's another Buccaneers.
Going from the gun here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Still sticking with the passing game. Trying to push deep downfield. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner. As he continues making risky decisions with the football.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
One final shot here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And the final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete. But no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So they are indeed kings in the north as the Vikings win it at home. And they were the top-ranked team in action in this wild card round, Brock. So this was